Hi, it's David, and today is our first update of Project Boxster R. The goal of the project is to take this Boxster and transform it into a higher performance vehicle, something more like a 911R, GT3, something like a Cayman GT4, the Boxster Spider. That's kind of our goal, to take this early Boxster. And the reason we're doing this is the price for entry into a Boxster is super low. These 986 Boxsters, especially the early, that's 1997 through 1999, can be had for only $5,000. And to get a really good one, you're still only paying about $8,000. So yeah, they're a good deal. They're probably the best deal on the market, but they have 201 horsepower from a 2.5 liter flat six engine, and they go 0 to 60. Porsche claims 6.7 seconds. Some magazines at the time of the launch were able to manage about a 6-second 0 to 60 time. Top speed's 149 miles per hour. So it's not a slow car, but it's not overly fast, especially by today's standards. So our thought is to make it a little more track ready. So we're not going full on track car. You're not going to see stripped interior. You're not going to see, huge cage or anything. It's still a road car, but with track performance. So a race car for a street kind of idea. So, but in order to do that, we're going to have a couple different things we're going to do. We're going to do weight reduction. So the goal is to try to get somewhere between 100 and 200 pounds, hopefully closer to the 200, but then as you start getting more in that range, you start making more creature comforts that you're getting rid of. You don't probably have to get rid of AC, radio. I live in a place where it gets 100 plus in the summer, so AC is staying. Radio, I have seen some options for a lower weight radio. You can still have stereo in there, but not taking up quite as much weight. So we're going to look into that as well. But first, today, we're going to do low-hanging fruit for weight reduction. So what I mean by low-hanging fruits are things that you can easily remove quickly and get a few extra pounds off your car without it really causing you any discomfort or anything. There are two items that we're going to remove, and that's the spare tire, which includes the jack, the toolkit, all of that. And then also we're going to remove the storage compartment behind the driver. So the storage compartment behind the driver gives you a little extra storage, but it's really unneeded. There's other storage there. Unless you use it, it's really just there to be able to store extra stuff. So with the spare tire, that's a little bit more of a safety issue. So if you get a flat on the road, it's nice to have a spare tire. It's nice to have the tools just in case. So that one is more of a compromise. If you've got AAA and you're only driving places where you know you're going to have cell phone coverage, you can get rid of it, and you just know you're going to have to get towed. If you are driving in rural areas, you're going to want to stick it back in. So the nice thing about that is you can remove it for places where you know, I'm just going to call AAA if I have any problems, or Porsche roadside assistance, depending on what all your plan is, your insurance, whatever. So you could use a can of Fix-A-Flat. I'm not sure if that's the best idea though. I'd rather have some roadside assistance, because with Fix-A-Flat, for one thing, if they have to repair your tire, the tire shop's not going to be happy because it can explode inside there. Also, Fix-A-Flat, there's only so much it can do, and at some point you're better off just getting a tow, which to a degree is the same with a spare tire, because your spare only goes 50 miles. So if you get rid of the toolkit and the jack, you're probably going to want to keep this. This is the tow hook. So this they'll use if they have to tow you. So if you don't go for, you could also go for a racing tow hook where it just sticks out all the time. But if you don't do that, you'll want to keep this in the car. So our first step in this project is going to be weight reduction, and that's where we are right now. So we're losing weight, we're having it go on a diet. And one good tip for weight reduction is, your car can lose weight, but a lot of times we can lose weight as well. So every time you take something off, run around the car 10 times, and that could eventually, maybe you'll lose an additional 10, 20 pounds, whatever it is, just to, why not? But yeah, if you lose a little extra weight, your car will weigh less because you'll weigh less. So you can get an extra 10 or 20 pounds in weight reduction if you reduce weight yourself, depending on how much you weigh. If you're a really thin person, then don't do that. It's not healthy. But you know, if you're someone like me, I could use losing 10 or 20 pounds easily and be fine. So I'm going to actually be doing workouts myself and eating better and losing weight myself as part of this, but mainly we're going to be taking weight out of the car. So like I said, the weight that we're taking out is a storage compartment. So I weighed myself first, and yeah, it weighs that much. And then I weighed myself holding the storage compartment. So use that old method to try to figure out what the weight is. So the weight we got for the storage compartment after that was 5.8 pounds. So almost 6 pounds is how much that weighs. You know, when you consider that's a small thing, that, you know, that's pretty big. So then when we took the weight of the spare tire and the tools, the jack, all of that, that is, actually I was kind of surprised how much that weighed. That weighs 29.6 pounds. So that's an extra 29.6 pounds you could have out of your car. Again, you need to make sure you have some type of roadside assistance set if you're going to do that. But you do gain the extra space for groceries or anything that you want to carry in there if you're taking a long trip. So that's nice, as long as you know that you can get hold of assistance if you need it. So that's 2 seconds. So both of those were really easy to get the storage compartment. The hardest part was you have to put the top in service mode. So open it just a couple inches and then open the back. It's just like getting into the engine, and we've got a video on that. I'll link to that in the description on how to do that, and you'll see the removal of the storage compartment is one of the first steps. So that's it for today for the Porsche Boxster R. Besides weight reduction, after we start reducing our weight, we're going to have it get as low as it can. Then we're going to work on suspension parts. That's another thing. So we're going to just try to beef up the suspension a little bit more, have a little bit stiffer suspension and bigger anti-roll bars. And then after that, there are 2 things that we're looking at doing. We're either going to do a general tune, so have a different muffler, different air filter, and then just reprogram our current 2.5 liter engine. So we've been looking around, and the claims are anywhere from 20 to almost 30 horsepower, depending on what muffler you use, what tune you use, all that. So we're going to look at that, and then we're also going to look into possibly doing a 911, 3.4 liter 911 engine from the 996 and put that in here instead. One thing with that is if we do that, we'd probably want to put in the 6-speed transmission, and this only has a 5-speed now. So if we do that, that's an added cost. And we're trying to do this not totally budget, but we're trying to figure out how much would it cost to build a really great Boxster from, you know, only paying about $5,000 or $7,000. So this one right now is the cost in it, we're going to say, is $7,500 because it's 84,000 miles. And we looked up the current value based on its condition, and it'd be about $7,500 right now. So you could find something about like this for $7,500. And so far, we've just done a little bit of weight reduction. The tab is 0 beyond the $7,500, so we're still at the purchase price. Next, as we start adding more things, we're going to be doing lighter weight seats, look at lighter weight carpets, other things of that nature. We'll be showing all of those to you, and as we do that, we'll keep the total running. So today, we had our Boxster lose 35.4 pounds. And so that's a good start. Now we just want to keep that going so that we can get up to 100, at least 100, hopefully more like 150 to 200. But we also want to keep this a daily driver, so keep that in mind. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any updates on Project Boxster R. And if you like this video, like. If you don't like it, please just leave it alone. Anyways, we'll see you later. Bye.